Hi, I'm Jim Bella, Pat's husband, and I wanted to sort of relate to you the reason why I'm an advocate for reflexology and how I became introduced to it. You know, I have talked to her clients, and they've given me testimonies about how they've been cured of vertigo. I've seen a lady stop using her cane because she can now walk better, and several things like that. But more important to me is letting you know how I decided that there really was something to reflexology, and it starts many, many years ago. My background, I would say, is, interest in science, taking things apart, finding out how they work, following politics, and I was an auditor for 20 years. Now, if there's anything that these activities of mine has in common, it's being a skeptic. So when I first heard about reflexology, I was skeptical. And then I was in a room where a man began to have a stroke. And none of us were medical professionals in there. We didn't know whether he was having a stroke or a heart attack. And one of these cards that Pat passes out that shows you the various reflex points on your feet was in the room, and somebody handed it to me and said, start working on his heart area, his feet. Because, CPR wasn't called for. He was breathing. He was just couldn't talk and didn't seem to have everything together. So while the ambulance was coming, I began working on the heart area of his feet. And when the medics got there, they began attaching equipment to him. And I kept working on that spot. Never done it before. And all of a sudden they said, stop. Whatever you're doing down there, stop. Because it's messing up the needles on the machine and we can't get good readings on what we need to. So, looked like to me that the reflexology had some effect on the body. And I kept that in my mind and began to be a little bit more open to finding out what reflexology was all about. And along comes a television program that is always trying to do exposés on things. And it's been around for a long time, this television program. So one time I'm watching and they say, we're going to do exposés on all these natural healing things. So they go through about 4 or 5 things that are claimed to be natural healings. And then end of the program, they say, we were going to do one other called reflexology. But as we got into it and we began studying it, we found out that the results were repeatable. And repeating results is a scientific proof that there's something scientific behind it. And so that's my background as I got introduced to reflexology. And then I saw the results that Pat was having and in my own body. So that's what I'm passing on to you today. Thank you for listening.